Managing diabetes if you have pancreatic cancer. I'm Jenny and I'm one of the specialist nurses at Pancreatic Cancer UK. In this video, I will explain what causes diabetes in pancreatic cancer and how it can be managed. What is diabetes? Diabetes is a condition where the amount of glucose, a type of sugar, in your blood is too high.
After diagnosis, I was sent down for a PET scan and was asked to fast the night before in preparation, which I did. The appointment was at 9:30, so it was quite early. And on arrival, the first thing that they do is check your glucose, and it was showing quite high. And they felt that maybe I'd eaten and I hadn't, so they allowed me extra time to have a drink of water and wait. And 2 hours later, they did a more typical blood test using the arm, and the sugars were still high. So they said at that point, you are definitely diabetic.
Your pancreas normally makes hormones called insulin and glucagon, which keep your blood sugar at the right level. Pancreatic cancer or surgery to remove the cancer can stop your pancreas making enough of these hormones. This can cause a type of diabetes called type 3C diabetes. You may have heard about type 1 and type 2 diabetes, but type 3C is different and is treated differently.
How I found out about type 3C diabetes was from the communication with Pancreatic Cancer UK nurses. They put it on the radar and provided me with a lot of information that I could read and take over to the GP. Before that, I wasn't aware of any different types of diabetes. I just presumed I would have type 2.
Blood sugar levels. When you digest food and drink, carbohydrates are broken down into glucose. The glucose passes into your blood and is either stored or used by the body for energy. It is important to have enough glucose in your blood to provide energy for your body to work properly. Lots of things can affect your blood sugar levels, like different foods and drinks, cancer treatments and steroids, pancreatic enzyme replacement therapy, or PERT for short, which helps you digest your food, illness, activity levels.
Okay, so the type of things that will affect the blood sugar, most people are aware, is your food, what you're eating. And being mindful of that. Anything that's sugary, lots of carbohydrates, I have to be aware of. Another thing that wasn't on my radar is too much exercise. So I have to be very aware of what kind of exercises I'm choosing to do.
High blood sugar levels can cause you to lose weight, feel more tired, thirsty, and have problems concentrating. It can also cause you to pee a lot. Low blood sugar level is called hypoglycemia or a hypo. Symptoms of a hypo can include hunger, trembling, headache, mood changes, and sweating. It is serious if it's not treated and needs to be treated promptly. Speak to your diabetes nurse about symptoms of hypoglycemia and how to treat it.
So the diabetes impacts my life daily. It is my life. I have to watch it. I'm mindful about the food and the exercise. The children have to be aware, and people around me have to be aware, because if I'm going a bit low, I'm not always the first person that knows about it. So if it's not so low that the alarm's going to warn, but the signs start with the slurring, the shaking. If it's too high, I'm really extremely tired and thirsty, and quite often it'll be the children that'll say, check your monitor, mum. So it impacts everybody, you know, and everything that I do.
How is type 3C diabetes treated? There are ways to manage type 3C diabetes. You may see a diabetes specialist nurse or a specialist dietitian to help you manage your diabetes. This will depend on services in your local area. You may need to monitor your blood sugar levels or have regular blood tests. Most people will need to take tablets or insulin to manage their diabetes. Insulin is taken as an injection. The diabetes nurse will show you how to do this.
So down at the hospital, there are 2 nurses based in the team there, and they were there to help and advise me, train me how to use the insulin pen, help me with prescriptions.
You may hear that diabetes can be managed by changing what you eat, but it's different for people with pancreatic cancer and type 3C diabetes. Don't change or reduce what you eat to bring your blood sugar levels down, unless this has been recommended by your diabetes team or dietitian. There's a lot of information online about diabetes, but remember, this may not be right for you because of the cancer.
It was a lot to deal with when I was first advised that I had the diabetes along with the pancreatic cancer. But in the end, I just accepted that, you know, it's something that I've got to deal with. I can't hide it. So I've got to just get on. And I then could just focus on my glucose levels, on how I was feeling, and making sure that I was communicating to the team if things weren't quite right so that things could be adjusted. And actually, it gave me focus. I didn't need to be worried then because I was having something to work with.
If you have type 3C diabetes, you are likely also to have problems digesting your food. You may need to take PERT. Common brands include Creon, Nutrizyme and Pancreatic. This will help you digest your food. Once you start taking the pancreatic enzymes, your blood sugar level may rise because you will be digesting your food again. This can change how your diabetes needs to be managed, and it may need to be monitored more regularly. You can find out more about PERT on our website at pancreaticcancer.org.uk/diet. It can be confusing to manage diabetes when you have pancreatic cancer. Speak to your medical team if you have any questions. They will work with you to manage your diabetes. You might also find it helpful to speak to us on our support line. We are all specialist nurses and we can talk with you about managing type 3C diabetes and answer any questions you have. For more information and support, visit pancreaticcancer.org.uk. You can contact our free support line on 0808 801 0707 or email nurse@pancreaticcancer.org.uk.